Husain,
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 Husain.
قتل रहबर है आज वावेला,
قتل रहबर है आज वावेला,
ज़ब्ह सरवर है आज वावेला,
ज़ब्ह सरवर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला।
चूमते थे नबी जो हल्क को वो, चूमते थे नबी जो हल्क को वो, ज़ेरे खंजर है आज वावेला, ज़ेरे खंजर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला। दोष अहमद पे जो चढ़ा उसका, दोष अहमद पे जो चढ़ा उसका, नेज़े पे सर है आज वावेला, नेज़े पे सर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला। जो के ज़हरा की गोद में था पला, जो के ज़हरा की गोद में था पला, वो ज़मीं पर है आज वावेला, वो ज़मीं पर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला। जिसकी मिल्कत में दोनों आलम है, जिसकी मिल्कत में दोनों आलम है, वो बेयावर है आज वावेला, वो बेयावर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला। सदर अहमद पे जो, सदर अहमद पे सोता जो उसका, सदर अहमद पे सोता जो उसका, खाके बिस्तर है आज वावेला, खाके बिस्तर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला। रब का साया था जिसके ऊपर वो, रब का साया था जिसके ऊपर वो, धूप अंदर है आज वावेला, धूप अंदर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला। जिसको जिब्रील आज झुलाते थे, जिसको जिब्रील आज झुलाते थे, खाक ऊपर है आज वावेला, खाक ऊपर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला, कत्ल रहबर है आज वावेला। जो पला शीर फातिमा से वो, जो पला शीर फातिमा से वो, प्यासा बेसर है आज वावेला। हुसैन 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 हुसैन। आज शबीर ऊपर बला छे, आज शबीर ऊपर बला छे, आज तो करबला करबला छे, आज तो करबला करबला छे, आज शबीर ऊपर बला छे, आज शबीर ऊपर बला छे, आज तो करबला करबला छे, आज तो करबला करबला छे। प्यास सी आज आले मोहम्मद, प्यास सी आज आले मोहम्मद, आने बचाओ सब तलमला छे, आने बचाओ सब तलमला छे। आज शबीर ऊपर बला छे, आज तो करबला करबला छे। थी फजर मां भरी आने सांझे, थी फजर मां भरी आने सांझे, સાંજે સૂની સૂની થઈ કરબલા છે, સૂની સૂની થઈ કરબલા છે. અલી અકબર શહીદ થઈને, અલી અકબર શહીદ થઈને ખુલ્દમાં પંજતનને મિલા છે, ખુલ્દમાં પંજતનને મિલા છે. થયા મકતૂલ અબ્બાસ ગાઝી, થયા મકતૂલ અબ્બાસ ગાઝી. નહેરસી જ્યારે પાછા વલા છે, નહેરસી જ્યારે પાછા વલા છે. થઈ શાદી સકીનાની દુલ્હા, થઈ શાદી સકીનાની દુલ્હા. મૂકી દુલ્હનને રનમાં ચલા છે, મૂકી દુલ્હનને રનમાં ચલા છે. ઝૂલા મૂકી થયા કત્લ અસગર, ઝૂલા મૂકી થયા કત્લ અસગર. જેનો કાતિલ લઈ હુરમલા છે, જેનો કાતિલ લઈ હુરમલા છે. પછી શબીરના સજદા અંદર, પછી શબીરના સજદા અંદર શિમર મલઉ એ કાટા ગલા છે, શિમર મલઉ એ કાટા ગલા છે. ધૂલ માથામાં નાખી મોહમ્મદ, ધૂલ માથામાં નાખી મોહમ્મદ. આયા રોવાને દર કરબલા છે, આયા રોવાને દર કરબલા છે. આ સકીનાને મારા તમાચા, આ સકીનાને મારા તમાચા. અને સરબીબીઓના ખુલા છે, અને સરબીબીઓના ખુલા છે. ચલા ઝૈનુલ અબ્બાસ આરબા થઈ, ચલા ઝૈનુલ અબ્બાસ આરબા થઈ. અહલે બેત ના ખૈમા જલા છે, અહલે બેત ના ખૈમા જલા છે. ये हुसैन ना नाइब ताहिर, ये हुसैन ना नाइब ताहिर. ना अजब हुज़्न मा वलवला છે, ना अजब हुज़्न मा वलवला છે. आज बैठा हसीर ना ऊपर, आज बैठा हसीर ना ऊपर. गमसी महजू अने मुबतला છે, गमसी महजू अने मुबतला છે. પરસો દેવાને આયા મલાએક, પરસો દેવાને આયા મલાએક. ઇન્સો જિન અને અહલુલ વલા છે, ઇન્સો જિન અને અહલુલ વલા છે. આજ રોવાને આયા યમાની, આજ રોવાને આયા યમાની. અંબિયા ઔલિયા કરબલા છે, અંબિયા ઔલિયા કરબલા છે. યા હુસૈન, Ya Hussein, 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 Ya Hussein.
من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وبه وبوليه وداعيه نستعين في جميع الأمور. يا سيد الشهداء خامس أهل الكساء على عظيم بلاء نالك في كربلاء طول الزمان بكائي وأنا فتى حسينا يا سيد الشهداء.
या सैयदा शोहदाई खामे साहलिल के साई आलाजी में बलाई नाला कफी करबलाई कूल जमाने बुकाई वाला फताया हुसैना या सैयदा शोहदाई.
حسين O Mumineen, Muminat, those who bear love for Husain in their heart, those who have gathered today, hungry and thirsty in remembrance of Husain's thirst, who remember the plains of Karbala. Maulana Tahir Saifuddin addresses Husain and says, Ya Syed al-Shuhada, O Syed al-Shuhada, O King of Martyrs, O fifth of the Panjatan, pure Panjatan, on your great tragedy, the tragedy that befell you in Karbala, I shall weep for you throughout my life. وعلى فتى يا حسين يا سيد الشهداء مؤمنين مؤمنات. In the Quran Majid, Allah Ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr, illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihati, wa tawasaw bil haqqi, wa tawasaw bis sabr. Allah Ta'ala in this surah swears, gives a qasam, swears by the late afternoon, the time of Asr. Mumineen, our Hudat Kiram ask, which is that late afternoon, which is that time of Asr that the Quran swears by, in which all failed, all were doomed, except illa alladhina amanu, except those who kept faith. Amilu salihati, did the good deeds, great deeds, and did a wasiyat, advised each other. What did they advise each other? Tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. They advised each other to remain steadfast on haqq, on truth, to remain steadfast on haqq and truth, and to maintain sabr. Mumineen, our Hudat Kiram say that the afternoon, the time of Asr that the Quran swears by, is this afternoon, the time of Ashura, the Asr on the day of Ashura. In this time, on the day of Ashura, on the burning plains of Karbala, Husain's 72 strong army of Haqq, the undefeated army of Husain, the 72 faced thousands. Mumineen, each one of the ashab, each one of those 72 ashab and Ahl Bayt, they were undefeated because by fighting and dying for Husain, they achieved eternal victory, Fawz Azim. They reached Jannatul Naeem. Mumineen, this late afternoon, this time of Asr, the sun shining on the burning plains of Karbala, witnessed much tragedy. It witnessed one by one the slaying of Husain's ashab, his companions, each laying his life for Husain, for haqq, with sabr. Mumineen, it witnessed the fall of Husain's Ahl Bayt, the family of Rasulullah, Ali and Fatima and Hassan and Husain. In these moments, on the day of Ashura, the sun witnessed the fall of Hassan's son Qasim, the fall of the newlywed Abdullah. The sun witnessed Abbas's ride towards the river banks. Hussain witnessed Ali Akbar being hit by a spear in his chest. The son witnessed the infant son, Hussein's infant son Ali Asghar, being killed by an arrow in his throat. And Azadarani Hussain, in these moments, on the day of Ashura, we are gathered in that day today to remember these moments, to grieve for Hussain, to do matam of Hussain. The sun witnessed. No, the sun witnessed and went into an eclipse. When the Shamsul Imamat, when the son of the Imamat prostrated in sajda for our salvation, and line shimmer severed Hussein's head from his body. Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain,
Ya Husain, 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 इस्लाम ने आरे वक्त में जब शबीर का दामन थामा था, उस वक्त अकेले थे सरवर, या साथ में सारा कुनबा था, जिस सजदे में तन से सर उतरा, जिस सजदे में तन से सर उतरा, वो सजदा कैसा सजदा था। आशूर के सूरज कुछ तो बता, क्या गुजरी थी, क्या देखा था। आशूर के सूरज
Mumineen, Mumineen, on this Mubarak day, we wish we were in Karbala today and on the real Ashura day. I ask you, you have muhabbat of Husain? If you were present in Ashura on that fateful day, would you be with Yazid or with Husain? Would you not stand with Husain's Ahl Bayt and Ashab? Would you not sacrifice your soul before Husain went out with Ali Asghar? Mumineen, we are followers of Husain's successor, Imam Zaman, his Da'i. If you want to attain that sawab, that reward today, that is there for you. Remember Husain with your heart sincerely throughout this majlis. As we pray the Maqtal of Imam Husain, shed tears, call out to Husain, Ya Husain, Ya Husain.
Ya Husain, 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 फूला फला घर देखो लाशों से भरा है अब, फूला फला घर देखो लाशों से भरा है अब, मुरझा गई सब कलियां डूब गए तारे सब, मुरझा गए सब कलियां डूब गए तारे सब, करबल में लुटा ऐसे बेटे फातिमा वाला, करबल में लुटा ऐसे बेटे फातिमा वाला, करबला में होते हम हो जाते फिदा वाला, करबला में
Ashara Mumineen, Muhayyad al-Shirazi, Ridwanullahi alayhi. We have been reciting his lamentations of Aqa Hussain throughout Ashara. This is a Noha lamentation that he recited on the day of Ashura. Muhayyad says, Ma'ashar al-Mumineen, O gathering of Mumineen, faithful believers, Qad atakum Ashura. The day of Ashura has dawned upon us once again. Muhayyad says, Yuzki naru zafaratihi fi akbad ahlil wala. Rekindling the fire of sorrow in the hearts of the faithful. وَيُبْكِي عُيُونَ الْحَجَرِ على الشهيد بكربلاء. And the tragedy of Karbala, bringing even stones, even hardened hearts to weep for the martyr of Karbala. Mumineen Muayyad says, Allah fabkul Imam al-Maqtul al-Manbudha bil-Ara fabkubna Ali al-Murtada wa Fatimat al-Zahra. Shed your tears, shed your tears. Weep for the slain Imam. His body cast aside upon the open plains. Weep for the son of Ali, the son of Fatima. ثم ابكوا من صدع بقتله قلب الإسلام صدعا وأفيضوا رحمكم الله لمسرعه دما لا دمعا. Muhammad says, shed your tears for the one whose slaughter, for the one whose slaughter slaughtered the heart of Islam, and shed tears. Shed tears? Muayyad says, shed tears of blood in remembrance of Husain's shahadat. Muayyad says, shed tears for that pure body that is riddled with cuts and wounds, the same body that Rasulullah embraced and kissed. ألا تبكون رأسا مرفوعا على رأس السنان لإمام حل محل الرأس من جسم الإيمان. Will you not cry? Will you not weep? Remembering, visualizing the severed head of Imam Husain raised upon a tip of a spear. The head of Husain, Rasul Iman, the head of Iman. Will you not weep for whom Rasulullah carried on his shoulders? Will you not weep? Muayyad says, will you not weep for all the scattered bodies? For all those lying in the plains of Karbala without kafan, for days trampled by Yazid's army. And then they killed Husain. They slaughtered Husain. And then what did they do? They took Husain's daughters, Rasulullah's daughters, imprisoned them, put them atop camels without any saddles. Mumineen, what did they do with Ali Zainul Abidin? Husain's son, Husain's successor, the Imam of Ummat, Zainul Abidin. As you know, his health, he was ill in Karbala. It was in Allah Ta'ala's great wisdom that Zainul Abidin at that time suffers sickness so that he may survive, so that Da'watul Haq may survive. But what is the state of Ali Zainul Abidin? They killed Husain. They slaughtered Husain. Then Ali Zainul Abidin, Abidi Bimar, they put an iron collar around his neck. They put handcuffs on his wrists. They put chains and shackled his legs. Azadarani Husain. This is the Imam. The Imam responsible for the freedom of the world. He is shackled in chains. And he is told to march ahead of the caravan. Walking bare feet. Zainul Abidin in chains. As he is walking, if he hits a stone or a thorn, Zainul Abidin sits down to remove it. And these enemies, these hostiles, come behind Zainul Abidin, jab him with a spear. Get up, get up. You are holding the entire caravan. Mumineen, remember Husain. Remember the daughters of Husain. Remember Ali Zainul Abidin shackled in chains and Numatan. Ya Ali, Ya Ali.
Ya Ali,
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 Ya Ali, चल चलते जाते हैं डेरे खाए जाते हैं पैदल चलते जाते हैं डेरे खाए जाते हैं आबिदे बीमार की सब्र की ये शान है नैनवा के दश्त में हशर का सामान है भूखा प्यासा हाय हाय उम्मत का मेहमान है मैं जाले घर लुटे अहले हरम कैद हो खैमे जाले घर लुटे अहले हरम कैद हो मते जद पर मेरा घर का घर कुर्बान है ये नवा के दश्त में हशर का सामान है भूखा प्यासा हाय हाय उम्मत का मेहमान है
Ahead of the caravan, the looted caravan. The caravan of orphans and widows. They are taken to Kufa first from Karbala, where Ubaidullah bin Ziyad, La'in, calls his court. Kulsum, Zainab, Ali Zainul Abidin are all standing there. Ubaidullah bin Ziyad then looks at Ali Zainul Abidin. He is the only man standing there. The rest are all women. Ubaidullah bin Ziyad mockingly says, Awalam yaqtulillahu aliyan? He says these words. Did Allah not kill Ali? Ali Zainul Abidin says, Ubaidullah, Allahu yatawaffal anfusa hina mawtiha. Allah makes souls pass at the time of their death. What are you saying? Ubaidullah is infuriated. In his arrogance, he tells the executioner there, cut Ali's throat. Mumineen, do you know who then came to protect Ali at that time? Muminat, do you know who stood up? Walatuna Zainab rushed in front of Ali and said, Ubaidullah, have you no shame? This is the only man left for us. I am telling you this. If you want to cut his throat, you will have to cut Zainab's throat first. Ya Husain.
Yo Hussein,
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 सबकी निगहबां हो तुम्ही सबकी निगहबां हो बचाना मेरे आबिद को बचाना मेरे आबिद को रिदाए छीने जब आदा रिदाए छीने जब आदा बहन ज़ैनब ना घबराना शहवाला ने फरमाया बहन ज़ैनब ना घबराना बहन हो एक साबिर की बहन हो एक साबिर की मुसीबत की हो तुम आदी मुसीबत की हो तुम आदी हमेशा सब्र ही करना हमेशा सब्र ही करना बहन ज़ैनब ना घबराना शहवाला ने फरमाया बहन ज़ैनब ना घबराना.
Azadaran Husain, the Quran Majid says, Yuriduna an yutfi'u nur Allah bi afwahihim وَيَابَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا يُتِمَّ نُورَهُ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْكَافِرُونَ. What they wish to extinguish Allah Ta'ala's nur, the radiant light, the divine light. And Allah Ta'ala will not accept that. وَيَابَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا يُتِمَّ نُورَهُ. Allah Ta'ala will safeguard the nur despite the disbelievers, Mumineen. This ayat appears in the Quran Majid. Very similar terms in two places. Our Hudat say that one of them applies to Ali Zain al-Abidin. Despite slaughtering Husain in Karbala, that same sword they could have used on Ali Zain al-Abidin, but they could not. Allah Ta'ala's protection is with His wali, Ali Zain al-Abidin. His light will shine forever in His successors. It shines today, Mumineen. And the second instance of this ayat, similar phrase, is yuriduna liyutfi'u nur Allah bi afwahihim wallahu mutimmu nurihi walau karihal kafirun. Very similar phrases. The Quran says they wish to extinguish the light of Allah, nur Allah bi afwahihim, by blowing, by their breaths, by their misdeeds. Wallahu mutimmu nurihi. Allah Ta'ala will complete, will perfect His light, will ensure its protection despite the disbelievers, Mumineen. Just as Imam Husain took Ali Zain al-Abidin with him to Karbala to show that the eternal light of Imamate will shine through despite whatever the disbelievers may do. Similarly, in Da'watul Satar, Maulana Qutbuddin al-Shahid, Shaheed al-Du'at, Waheed al-Hudat. As you know, in Ahmadabad, Maulana Qutub Khan Qutbuddin al-Shahid was captured by the enemies. Again, so-called Muslims. Maulana Qutbuddin Shahid said, I am the true Sunni, Ain Sunni, the true follower of the traditions of the Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah. When they executed Maulana Qutbuddin Shahid, Maulana Qutbuddin, at that time, Mumineen, this is the strength of yaqeen, conviction, told the executioner that you will kill my body, you will not kill my soul. And my body is sacrificed for Imam Zaman, his dawat, for the salvation of Mumineen. Mumineen, it is the tradition of dawat that we on Ashura, as we pray the shahadat of Aqa Husain, we pray the shahadat of Qutbul Huda. Just as Husain did sajda in Karbala, Maulana Qutbuddin Shaheed asked the executioner to wait so that he may pray 2 rakats. And as Qutbuddin Maula Shaheed prostrated in sajda, the executioner severed his head from his body. Ya Qutbul Huda.
Qutbul Huda Shaheed. 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 Qutbul Huda
सरवर नो मातम करी लो जिक्र ने पुरगम करी लो चश्म तमारी पूर्णम करी लो शाहनो मातम हर दम करी लो अल्लाह से अजर न दूर नीलरी लो जन्नत मग़ुरफ़त हूर परी लो अल्लाह ताला नो हम्द तू कर जे क़ुत्बुल हुदा
Shaheed.
Maulana Taher Fakhruddin says in his Marsiya, وَقُطْبُ الْهُدَى أَضْحَى شَهِيدًا كَمِثْلِ الْحُسَيْنُ شَهِيدًا فِي ثَرَى كَرْبَلَا غَدًا.
وقطب الهدى أضحى شهيدا كمثل ما الحسين شهيدا في ثرى كربلاء غدا.
Syedna Taher Fakhruddin says that Qutbuddin Mawla Shaheed, he attained the high station of Shahadat in Sajda just as Husain did in Karbala. Mumineen, the parallels are not restricted to the Sajda. Just as Husain took with him Ali Zain al-Abidin to Karbala, he was there with him. Similarly, Maulana Qutbuddin Shaheed, when he was imprisoned, along the way, he asked his successor, Maulana Fir Khan Shujauddin, to come along with him. Allah Ta'ala will protect its light. Wallahu mutimmu nurihi walau karihal kafiru. Mumineen, we beseech dua, may Allah Ta'ala forever protect his light. That light is shining amongst us today. Imam Zaman's Da'i, Husain's Da'i, Syedna Taher Fakhruddin Aqa is shining that light. May Allah Ta'ala protect him. May Allah Ta'ala safeguard him from the conspiracies of his enemies. Mumineen, Husain Imam, Shahadat in Karbala. The caravan, the looted caravan, walks to Kufa. Ali Zain al-Abidin is in Kufa. You heard in Ibn Ziyad's court. Then they are marched further from Kufa all the way to Syria, Sham. Mumineen, that is over 1,000 kilometers, walking in the open sun on unsaddled backs of camels. Wherever they walk, Zainab alayhi salam, there are some people who come and cry and weep. Zainab says to the women, you cry, and your men, they kill our men. Until Mumineen, Zain al-Abidin, and the looted caravan reach Yazid's court. There, as you have heard, they are all assembled. And Husain's severed head is put in front of Yazid in a basin. Yazid, with a stick in his hand, touches Husain's teeth and says, you have very beautiful teeth, mockingly. Those around him, some of them say that we have seen with our eyes that Rasulullah used to kiss Husain. What are you doing? Yazid then pretends to have remorse. He asks Zain al-Abidin, what do you want? Zain al-Abidin replies, from you I do not want anything. Just let me be. I would like to return to my grandfather Rasulullah's Medina. Husain Imam, when he appointed Ali Zain al-Abidin, had told him, ensure that you return this caravan, the daughters of Rasulullah, that you reach with them to Medina. Mumineen, Yazid freed Ali Zain al-Abidin and Husain's daughters. They then returned to Medina. Mumineen, this riwayat is recited, narrated every year in Ashara. As Ali Zain al-Abidin approached Medina after the tragedy of Karbala, one man, Bashir bin Hizam, he met Ali Zain al-Abidin outside of Medina. And he was told by Ali, go and inform the people of Medina that Ali Zain al-Abidin, son of Husain, son of Ali, grandson of Ali, grandson of Muhammad, has returned with what remains of the Prophet's family. He is in this location. Bashir goes and informs the people of Medina. People, in their sorrow, in their grief, flock out outside of Medina to receive Ali Zain al-Abidin. Bashir says that by the time I came back to where Ali Zain al-Abidin was, all the roads were crowded. I finally reached to the Imam. He came out of his camp, his tent. He had a He had a handkerchief, a red handkerchief in his hand, wiping his tears. Behind him was a servant with a chair. He placed it for him. Imam Ali Zainul Abidin sat on the chair. He is now just approaching Medina. He cannot control his grief, cannot control his tears. All men, women, all folk came around Imam Ali Zainul Abidin, all crying, all weeping. Imam Ali Zainul Abidin ushers to them to remain silent. When people quiet down, Imam alayhi salam says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahmanir Rahim Malik Yawmiddin Bari'il Khalaiq Ajma'een. We offer praise and thanks, hamd and shukr to the Almighty. نحمده على عزائم الأمور وفواجع الدهور. Even at times of great calamity and tragedy, we offer thanks to him. Then he said, and now Mumineen, Ali Zainul Abidin addresses the people of Medina. Oh, residents of Medina, with what words can I express to you that my father, my Mawla, Husain ibn Ali, was slaughtered in Karbala with 3 days of thirst. His daughters, his wives were imprisoned. They took his head, put it on a spear, and went from station to station. With what words can I express to you, O residents of Medina? The 7 skies wept for my father Husain. The lands and the seas wept for my father Husain. The waves and the fish wept for my father Husain. The trees and the leaves wept for my father Husain. The close angels, the people of the heavens, all wept for Husain. Mumineen, the skies, the lands, the fish weep for Husain. We are Ali's Shia, Husain's Ashiq lovers. Shall we not weep for Husain on Ashura? Ya Husain.
Ya Husain,
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 Ya Husain. मातम में शाहिदी के अफला के साथ रोए, सब जानवर जमी के झारों में सब परिंदे, दरिया की एक मछली रोई है सारी मौजे, अर्शे खुदा के चोगिर्द, अर्शे खुदा के चोगिर्द रोए सभी फरिश्ते, ज़ैनुल अबा का सुन लो खुतबा मदीने वालों, नामे हुसैन.
The residents of Medina, people came to Ali and submitted, Aqa, as-sabr, as-sabr. Maintain sabr, maintain sabr. They offered shukr to Allah Ta'ala, offered thanks to Allah Ta'ala that Ali Zainul Abidin has returned safe amongst them. Amongst the people, the residents of Medina, was one Sasa bin Suhan. He was a knowledgeable man, so he stood up and went and circumambulated, did tawaf around Zainul Abidin's kursi. Mumineen. Zainul Abidin then stood, and along with the family of Husain, Zainul Abidin is riding his horse. All the residents of Medina are walking with him. And the first place that Ali Zainul Abidin goes in Medina is to the qabr the grave of Rasulullah. Imam ordered the carriages of the women to be brought ahead when they entered. At that time, when they were all together next to Rasulullah's Qabr Mubarak, Ali Zainul Abidin said, Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah minni. Oh Rasulullah, my salam, my salutations upon you. ومن ابنك المظلوم الشهيد المقتول العطشان. From your son, the one who was oppressed, Mazloom, Shaheed, the one who was slaughtered, martyred, Atshan, the one who was thirsty. Then Abidin is crying. His tears are flowing. All the daughters of Muhammad crying and weeping. Kulsum, in her grief, recites these abyat, these heartbreaking verses. She says, Madinata jaddina, la taqbalina, fabil hasarat wal ahzan jina.
مدينة جدنا لا تقبلينا وبالحسرات والأحزان جينا.
Of our grandfather Rasulullah, how will you accept us? With such grief, sorrow, we have come back. She continues, when we left you, our family was whole, we were all together. And now we have come back, broken. She complains to Rasulullah, our grandfather, Allah ya jaddana. We have lost our father in Karbala. Aya jadda wa inna qad usirna. Oh, our grandfather, we were imprisoned. Our men are lying in Karbala. No heads on them. They slaughtered them all. وَقَدْ ذَبَحُوا الْحُسَيْنَ وَلَمْ يُرَوْا جنابك يا رسول الله فينا.
وقد ذبحوا الحسين ولم يراعوا جنابك يا رسول الله فينا.
Whom says they slaughtered Husain. Zabih, they slaughtered Husain. Oh Rasulullah, they had no regard for you. They slaughtered your grandson. Mumineen. Zainul Abidin lived for another 40 years after Husain. It is narrated that whenever a cup of water would be placed in front of Ali Zainul Abidin, he could not hold his tears. Zainul Abidin wept for 40 years. Mumineen, remember Husain, shed your tears. Today is Ashura, ya Husain.
Ya Husain,
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 क्या वो गम का अफसाना भूलने के काबिल है, क्या वो काफिला प्यासा भूलने के काबिल है, क्या फुरात का पहरा भूलने के काबिल है, कत्ले आम इतरत का भूलने के काबिल है, कत्ले आम इतरत का भूलने के काबिल है, भूल जाएंगे सब कुछ करबला न भूलेंगे, भूल जाएंगे सब कुछ.
Residents of Medina, Sa'sa bin Suhan, came and offered their taziyat, their condolence to Zainul Abidin. Mumineen, Syedna Muhammad Burhanuddin Aqa Husain's Da'i used to sit on Hasir, a straw mat on Ashura, just as the Fatimid Imams did. in grief, in sorrow. And he used to say that I am Husain's da'i. I am the representative of Husain's successor today. Come and give me ta'ziyat, condolence of Husain's shahadat. How? By remembering Husain, by shedding your tears on Husain, doing matam of Husain. Mumineen, Burhanuddin Aqa's successor is amongst us. Taher Fakhruddin Aqa, we give him ta'ziyat for the shahadat of the Imam's father, Aqa Husain. Ya Husain!
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 ज़हरा के पिसर को रो लो, ज़हरा के पिसर को रो लो, ए मोमिनो मातम कर लो, ए मोमिनो मातम कर लो, पुरसाए आज़ादा रोए, पुरसाए आज़ादा रोए, शह फख्र हुदा को दे दो, जिनके लिए सजदा दुआ का, जिनके लिए सजदा दुआ का, करता रहा करबल में ज़हरा तेरा राज दुलारा.
Every Muharram, every day in Muharram, we have been speaking about the philosophy of remembering Husain. This is one of the reasons. We remember Husain, give condolence, ta'ziyat to Husain's successor through his da'i. Mumineen, on this Mubarak day, we pray our salah. We are far from Karbala, but our hearts, our souls are in Karbala today. We pray our salam on Aqa Husain's qabr Mubarak. Alayka salamullahi mazluma Karbala. I will pray this salam, you recite it with me then, with the intention that may our salam, may our salutations, may our sajadat, may our sorrows reach Karbala, to the zari of Husain. Alayka salamullahi mazluma Karbala. Imam al-Huda kahfar rada kashif al-bala.
Alayka salamullahi mazlum Karbala. Imam al-Huda kahfar rada kashif al-bala.
Husain. On this solemn day of Ashura, Mumineen, we remember Aqa Husain. Husain, we began this Waaz by reciting this surah, Suratul Asr. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Mumineen, that was the wasiyat, that was the wish, the advice of Ahlul Bayt and Ashab in Karbala. That is the main advice that I leave you with. That is the advice of the Quran, of our Huda. That always remain with haqq, always be truthful, always stand with Imam haqq, da'il haqq. Always be truthful to yourself. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Always maintain sabr. This life is full of trials and tribulations. Whenever you face a challenge, remember Aqa Husain. Remember their strength in the face of challenges. They did not go back. They stood firm on principle, on truth, on haqq. Draw strength from them. Face the trials and tribulations of this world with the remembrance of Husain. Mumineen, I do one last wasiyat to you. One last piece of advice, and this advice I give my soul first, then all of you. And it combines everything. Usikum, as Amir Mumineen in his khutbah said, Usikum bitaqwallah. I advise you to maintain Allah Ta'ala's piety, consciousness of the Almighty. Remember that He has created us for a purpose, that our creation is His benevolence. How will we offer gratitude? By forsaking Him, by forsaking Allah's wali, His da'i? No. by committing our lives, our souls in misaq to the Almighty, to His wali, following His guidance, so that we may attain the hereafter. وَمَنْ أَرَادَ الْآخِرَةَ وَسَعَى لَهَا سَعْيَهَا وَهُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ فَأُولَٰئِكَ كَانَ سَعْيُهُمْ مَشْكُورًا. Mumineen, I advise you in the Waaz in the morning to help each other. All of these words of advice, I first advise myself. Mumineen, Aqa Maqtal Taher Fakhruddin Aqa has sent me amongst you to deliver bayan, Waaz in Muharram al-Haram, and to organize the affairs of Mumineen in North America. Mumineen, I am here for you, any time of day or night. My Babaji Sahib, Syedna Qutbuddin, for years used to pray and advise me this in all prayers. Beta, Khuda dawat ni khidmat nasib kare. May you serve this dawat. Tamne fida kare. And may you do. Mumineen ni khair khuwai karo. May you do. May you be a well-wisher and working for the well-being of Mumineen. Mumineen, that advice of Babaji Sahib is in my blood. I advise myself first that my life is sacrificed for Husain's da'i, for his dawat. And any time of day and night, if I can help any one of you for any matter, I will do the best I can with advice, with words, with anything I can do, but at the very least with dua or by presenting your matter to Aqa Mullah to seek his benediction. Mumineen, Aqa Husain's da'i, his benediction, his dua. Just as Husain's dua, Mumineen, you often hear that a man came to Rasulullah. He did not have children. Rasulullah was about to beseech dua for him. Jibreel descended and said, Rasul Khuda, this man, there are no children in his destiny. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was saddened by this. Husain he was there, asked Rasulullah, what is the matter? Rasulullah told him, Beta, this poor man has come to me seeking my dua. But in his destiny, Jibreel says no children are there. Husain says, I give him one child. Rasulullah says, Beta, how can we pray like that? Husain says 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jibreel descends from the heavens and says, Oh Rasulullah, the station, the sanctity of your grandson Husain is so high that Allah Ta'ala has changed this man's destiny and granted him 7 children. يَمْحُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ وَيُثْبِتُ وَعِنْدَهُ أُمُّ الْكِتَابِ. Allah Ta'ala may erase whatever destiny He wishes, establish whatever destiny He wishes. Mumineen, such is Husain's high station, such is the strength of his dua. And today Husain's da'i is amongst us. His dua, Mumineen, I often tell my family members and those who take sabak from me that dua, a da'i's dua is Zadul Ma'ad. Zadul Ma'ad Ma'ad is our return to the hereafter. Zad is sustenance. His dua is sustenance for the hereafter, is our provision for the hereafter. With his dua, when he prays for us, that will help us throughout our lives, ease our difficulties. You must receive it with sincerity, with belief. We have seen, I have experienced Babaji Sahib's dua, Maulana Burhanuddin's dua, Aqa Mullah's dua. Mumineen, on this Mubarak day of Ashura, I had others submitted to Aqa Mullah for dua, for myself to perform his khidmat and to do zikr and narrate the shahadat of Aqa Husain. And I had also submitted others for dua for all Mumineen gathered here in Ashara Mubaraka and all those listening to this Waaz. Aqa Mullah has benevolently responded to the message. I read to you. I first put his message on my forehead as my Babaji Sahib Maulana Qutbuddin did with Syedna Burhanuddin's messages. The message reads, Syedna TUS received. Our benedictions is dua. Our benedictions to you, Zahra Bhabi and children. May Allah Ta'ala give you strength to perform Imam Husain alayhi salam zikr on day of Ashura. Convey dua to all Mumineen, taking barakat with you in zikr Husain. Sayyiduna Mumineen, receive this treasure of dua with sincerity. May Allah Ta'ala, by the virtue of Aqa Maula's dua, fulfill all your wishes, forgive all your transgressions. May Allah Ta'ala, you heard that the da'i establishes the da'wat. The da'i also, the word also means someone who does dua. Maulana, every day and night, beseeches dua for us Mumineen, bestows dua on us. That is a priceless treasure. May Allah Ta'ala, by the sanctity of Aqa Husain, his Ahle Bayt and Ashab, we pray on this day. Give longest life to our da'i who prays for us, who establishes this da'wat, who calls us to remember Husain, who does dua for us, who shows us the path in this troubled world to the hereafter. May Allah Ta'ala grant him longest life till the day of Qiyamah in utmost health. Mumineen, with the da'i, in the time of seclusion, his Ma'zun and Mukasir, they together established the da'wat of Imam al-Zaman. The Hudood, Fudala in times past, sacrificed their lives and soul for the khidmat, for the service of the da'i, for the khidmat of the Imams. Muayyadul Shirazi, Babul Abwab of Mustansir Imam, Salmanul Farisi, Babul Abwab of Rasulullah. Many such Hudood. Today, we seek their wasila also. As'aluka bihim haddan hadda, wa bil bara'ati min adadihim diddan didda. And the Hudood in the time of seclusion of the Imam, Syedi Abdul Qadir Hakimuddin, Syedi Amin bin Jalal, Maulana Raj, Mumineen, and the Hudood in this day and age, Aqa Maulaz, Ma'zun and Mukasir. Let us beseech dua for them also. They serve da'wat selflessly, sincerely, day and night. Ma'zun da'wat al-Gharra, Syedi Maulaya, Abde Ali Bhaisaheb Saifuddin. To him also I beseech dua for all of you. Also to Mukasir Sahib. They have asked me to convey their salam and dua to all of you. May Allah Ta'ala grant longest life to Ma'zun Dawat Syedi Abde Ali Bhaisaheb. May Allah Ta'ala grant longest life to Mukasir Dawat Syedi Husain Bhaisaheb Burhanuddin. Mumineen, Muminat, may Allah Ta'ala keep you in safety, in happiness, in peace, under the cool shade of Aqa Maula, Imam Zaman's Da'i. Mumineen, let us do each dua and seal that dua by doing zikr of Imam Husain, beseeching wasila of Imam Husain. Ya Husain!
Ya Husain, Ya Husain, Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain,
Ya Husain.
Ya Husain.
The wasila of Husain, this is the time of dua. Mu'mineen, by the virtue of Husain's journey from Medina to Makkah to Karbala, may Allah Ta'ala, whenever we travel, may Allah Ta'ala safeguard us in flights, in cars. Mu'mineen, may Allah Ta'ala, by the virtue of Imam Husain, who intended his journey for Akhirat, by that virtue, may Allah Ta'ala will help us achieve all our goals in life. Financial goals, goals of career, education, whatever goals each one of you may have, by the virtue of Husain's irada, intention of akhirat, may we achieve those. And Mumineen, by the virtue of Husain's journey to akhirat, may Allah Ta'ala give us strength in our journey to akhirat, in our commitment to akhirat, to the hereafter, so that we may live our life to the fullest. But when we return bizadil muballigh wal majjaril rabih, as Amir Mumineen has said, with sustenance to carry us from this world to the hereafter. Mumineen, by the virtue of Imam Husain's Ahle Bayt, his family, his daughters, by their virtue, may you live in peace and happiness with your families. May you live with love amongst each other, with trust amongst each other, respecting each other. Just as Husain's Ahle Bayt were there for each other, supporting each other. Mumineen, by the virtue of Imam Husain's ashab, the loyal, the faithful, the wafadar ashab, may Allah Ta'ala grant us strength so that we are loyal to our friends, that we are loyal and faithful and helpful to our brothers and sisters in faith. Mumineen, by the virtue of Imam Husain's khayma, the encampment that was set ablaze by Shimar, Rasulullah's masnad, his betak, the place that Rasulullah used to sit, that was carried with Husain, that he set ablaze. By the virtue of that khayma, may Allah Ta'ala safeguard your homes. Those who do not have a home are renting and who wish for their own home, by the virtue of Husain's khayma, may you be able to own your own home. And Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala, by virtue of Husain's khayma, enable us to live our lives in such a way that when we reach Jannat, our khayma is next to Husain's khayma. Mumineen, Husain, as you have heard, repaid the debt of awwaleen and akhirin, those who came before, those who came after, those who will come after. By the virtue of Husain, may those of us burdened with debt, may Allah Ta'ala alleviate that burden. May we be able to repay our qisas. Mumineen, by the virtue of Husain Imam's worship on the night of Ashura, may we have tawfiq, right guidance and strength to worship the Almighty throughout the year, inshallah, in the darkness of the night. Farizat, sunnat, nafilat. Mumineen, by the virtue of Aqa Husain, by the virtue of Aqa Husain's suffering in Karbala, the sadness that he saw, the sadness that he experienced, may Allah Ta'ala, any one of us suffering from depression, suffering from anxiety, may Allah Ta'ala alleviate that suffering by the virtue of Husain's suffering. By the virtue of Husain's valor and courage, may Allah Ta'ala grant us the courage to face life's challenges. By the virtue of Aqa Husain's sahabi, his companion Hur, the first to sacrifice himself, the one who left Yazid's army and came to Husain when he was at that crossroads, hearing Imam Husain's hujjat, his khutbah. Whenever we are at a crossroads in life, where we have to choose between haqq and batil, between deen and dunya, may Allah Ta'ala, by the virtue of Husain, by the virtue of Hur, grant us the tawfiq and right guidance, so we make the right choice. We choose akhirat. By the virtue of Ali Zainul Abidin, Bimar Karbala, who was ill in Karbala, those amongst us who are suffering from illness, from any kind of disease, may Allah Ta'ala give them shifa. May Allah Ta'ala give them full health. Those of us who have passed away, may Allah Ta'ala give them rahmat. Mumineen, by the virtue of those who were widowed and orphaned in Karbala, may Allah Ta'ala Give those who are widowed and orphan strength amongst us, and give us the strength to help them. Mumineen, by the virtue of Abdullah and Sakina and their marriage in Karbala, may those youngsters, men and women, young men, young women, hoping to find a life partner, may Allah Ta'ala fulfill their wish. May they find peace, sakinat in their life partner, trust in their life partner, happiness in their life partner, and a dhurriyat salihah, children in their marriage by the virtue of Ali Asghar. Those who wish for children, may Allah Ta'ala fulfill their wish. Those who have been blessed with children, may Allah Ta'ala safeguard them. The young, the small children may grow into teenagers and grow old in health. Mumineen, by the virtue of Abbas, Saqqai Haram, who brought water for Husain's Haram, may Allah Ta'ala quench our thirst for knowledge. May we seek that knowledge from the source, from Imam Husain's successor, Imam Zaman's Da'i. Mumineen, by the virtue of Imam Husain's sajda, the final sajda, may Allah Ta'ala, you heard the meaning of sajda in a previous class. May Allah Ta'ala give us strength, tawfiq, to offer sajda to Imam Zaman's Da'i, physically and in spirit, to follow their direction, their guidance, for the salvation of our soul, for the healing of our soul. And by the virtue of Imam Husain's last and final sajda, his sajda of shahadat, may Allah Ta'ala grant us khatimat bil khair. Our beginnings were the best of beginnings. If we were born in faith, we were mu'min, inshallah, by the virtue of Imam Husain's sajda, his dua, may our ending be the best of endings. With the walayat, the muhabbat, the love of Muhammad, Ali Muhammad, their du'at, Imam Zaman is da'i in our hearts. May we breathe our last breaths. Mumineen, I will recite the dua that Aqa Husain recited in Karbala, in Ashura, and end this dua. Allahumma anta thiqati fi kulli karbin ورجائي في كل شدة. Maulana Tahir Saifuddin used to recite this dua every day in his life, Mumineen. Oh Almighty, oh my Lord, Husain prays, my trust is in you in every hardship. I beseech you in every difficulty. وأنت لي في كل أمر نزل بي ثقة وعدّا. You are there for me in every matter. You provide for me always. كم من هم يضعف منه الفؤاد وتقل فيه الحيل ويغزل فيه الصديق ويشمت فيه العدو. So many difficulties, pains in which the heart is weakened. There is no recourse. The friends betray. The enemies become harsher. أنزلته بك وشكوته إليك رغبة مني إليك عمن سواك ففرجته وكشفته. I have come to you, O Lord. I am complaining to you, O my Lord, because I seek you, no other. ففرجته وكشفته وأنت ولي كل نعمة وصاحب كل حسنة ومنتهى كل رغبة. You have eased my difficulty. You are, all benevolence is from you. All ni'mat, hasanat is from you. All our wishes come true if we come to you. Mumineen, with this Husain's dua, and I have expressed du'as for myself and on your behalf. Now whatever dua you have in your heart, for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, for those who are with us until a short while back, who believed in Syedna Muhammad Burhanuddin but have gone astray, may they come back with us, inshallah. May they find guidance. But whatever dua you have, whatever wish you have for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, I ask you in these auspicious moments, as we are now preparing to recite Husain Imam's Shahadat, to call on Husain, to beseech his holy wasila, his intercession towards the Almighty. Close your eyes, remember Husain. Call out to him and pray. Whatever prayer you may have, may Allah Ta'ala answer all our prayers. Ya Husain!
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 बका हो तूल या रब शाहिदी की बका हो तूल या रब फखरुद्दीन की शबे आशूर अर्जी है खुदाया शबे आशूर अर्जी है खुदाया करो मातम हुसैना या हुसैना या हुसैन 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 या हुसैन
Allah Ta'ala, by the virtue of Husain, maintain aman, peace in this world. Mumineen, may Allah Ta'ala grant us hasanat in dunya and hasanat in akhirat. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Mumineen, muminat, azadarani Husain. You have heard in the previous majlis, we will now recite the Maqtal of Aqa Husain, narrate the Maqtal of Aqa Husain. You have heard in the previous majlis that Husain had vowed that when Yazid succeeds his father Muawiyah to the caliphate, the Zahiri caliphate, the rule of the Muslims, Husain would never submit to him. Husain is in Medina. When Muawiyah dies a disbeliever's death, on his forehead is written, when he dies, the bends are such that it is written kafir, that this is a disbeliever. Yazid's representative in Medina, his Amil calls Husain at night. Husain goes to him with his sword. Husain argues with him that when you call the residents of Medina in the morning to pledge their allegiance to Yazid, you call me with them. Why have you called me now? He argues with him and says that now I will give you only the sword. The Amil backs down. Husain that very night leaves Medina. There is no safety there. From there, he reaches Makkah Muazzama. In the early days of Shaban, Husain stays in Makkah Muazzama for Shaban, Ramadan, Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, and in Dhul Hijjah, Mumineen. In one narration, it is said that Husain left before Arafah. In one narrative, it is said that Husain left from the Mount of Arafah, did Hajj and left. Mumineen, as Husain is leaving Makkah, many Shia beseech him not to leave. Husain Imam says that I have received thousands of letters from the people of Kufa asking me to come to them. I am the rightful Imam. It is my duty to go to them. Imam Husain sends ahead Muslim bin Aqil to inspect the matters in Kufa and to rally the people of Kufa. Muslim goes ahead. Mumineen, initially Muslim bin Aqil, Husain Imam's emissary, is supported by many in Kufa. Lain Yazid then sends Ubaidullah bin Ziyad to Kufa as he hears of Husain's nearing. Muslim bin Aqil, as he sees the support of the people in Kufa, writes to Imam Husain that there are 100,000 swords with you here in Kufa. Mumineen, Husain Imam, as Husain Imam is journeying towards Kufa, Ubaidullah bin Ziyad comes to Kufa. He arrests Muslim and Hani bin Urwa, who was a Kufan who was helping Muslim bin Aqil, a Hujjat of Aqa Husain, both of them of great station, as Ubaidullah bin Ziyad holds Muslim and Hani together. Those who had initially shown their support all go into hiding and dissipate. When it comes to it, nobody stands with Muslim bin Aqil and Hani until Mumineen, Ubaidullah bin Ziyad, in his residence on the balcony, executes both Muslim and Hani. Mumineen, he puts their heads up on a spear. Their bodies are hung in the bazaar, in the market in Kufa. May Allah's rahmat shower upon Muslim and Hani, and may Allah Ta'ala curse his killers.
कहो मुस्लिम और हानि के ऊपर सब रहमतुल्लाह, कहो कातिल पे उनके लानतुल्लाह.
Then Imam then sends Qais to inquire about what is happening to Muslim and Hani. He has not heard back from them. Qais, as he reaches Kufa, is also captured by Ubaidullah bin Ziyad. Ubaidullah bin Ziyad instructs Qais that if you want to live, get up on the pulpit and pray lanat on Kazzab ibn Kazzab. Curse the liar, son of liar. He intends Aqa Husain. Ubaidullah bin Ziyad instructs Qais to do this. Qais is Husain's emissary. He gets up on the pulpit and says that I have left Husain in such and such station. Husain is coming towards Kufa. And today I pray La'anat on Kazzab ibn Kazzab, Ubaidullah bin Ziyad. Ubaidullah bin Ziyad executed Qais as he had executed Muslim and Hani. May Allah's rahmat shower upon Qais. May Allah Ta'ala curse his killers.
कहो कैस के ऊपर सब रहमतुल्लाह, कहो कातिल पे उनके लानतुल्लाह.
Azadaran Husain, Husain Imam, after he leaves Makkah, goes from one station to another. He reaches Thalaba, as you heard in the morning Waaz. There he sees in his dream that someone says, a caller says that you are walking and death takes you to Jannat. Imam calls Ali Zainul Abidin, tells him about this dream. Ali Zainul Abidin replies, Aqa walasna al haq, are we not on haq? Idhan la nubali bil maut. Why do we care of death? What do we care of death? Mumineen, Husain alayhi salam continues his journey towards Kufa. From Thalaba, he goes to Hajar. There, Zuhair bin Qain joins him. From there, he goes to Zubala. There, he receives the news of the execution of Muslim and Hani. Husain Imam asks the son of Banu Aqil, Muslim bin Aqil, what do you say? They say that we will not leave without retribution. Husain Imam says that without family there is no life. We will continue. From there, Husain continues ahead. He then receives the news of Qais's execution. He gathers the people who were with him. Many people from Makkah and other places had come together with Husain journeying towards Kufa. They thought that Husain would go and establish a mamlakat, a kingdom, his temporal rule in Kufa. For that they had come together. Husain Imam told them that Qais also has been executed. This is how The circumstances are in Kufa. Those of you who want to leave may leave. Mumineen, most people left Husain. Only his loyal, faithful 72 remained with him. From there, Husain reached Batnul Aqaba. From Batnul Aqaba, as he proceeded further, he reached Sharaq. There, Husain Imam instructed those with him that take water as much as you can with you here. We will not get water later on. As he moved from Sharaq, Hur, alayhi salam, at that time he was leading a battalion of Yazid's army, came and stopped Husain. 1,000 soldiers, riders with him. Husain Imam argued with the battalion that Hur brought. Husain Imam, Mumineen, look at Husain Imam's greatness, his magnanimity. When Hur came with his battalion, it was so hot, he could see that everyone was thirsty. Husain Imam told his companions to give them water. It was so hot at that time that people sat under the shade of their horses, it is said. Mumineen. Then from there, Husain reached Qasr Bani Muqatil. From there, he reached Nainawa and Mumineen. This was now the 2nd of Muharram. As you have heard in previous majalis, Husain Imam's horse was walking. As he was walking, Husain's mount abruptly stopped. Husain signals to the horse to carry forward. He does not go. Husain believes that there must be some wisdom of the Almighty that the horse is not moving. He inquires about the name of the location where his horse has stopped. People say many different names. He asks an elderly person. The elderly person also says different names. Husain then asks the elderly person the place, the very place, the position that Husain's horse is standing. What is the name of that place? The man responds, Aka, the name of this place is Karbala. Husain Imam says, Karbun wa bala. This is the end of my journey in this world. This is the place of grief and sorrow. Husain Imam instructed that the tents should be elevated. Set the elevate each in their respective place. When Husain Imam's heart was burning, for he knew that in very few days, these tents would be set ablaze. Mumineen, Husain's journey in this world has come to an end. We will now recite the Shahadat of Husain's Ahl Bayt and Ashab in Karbala. Do not hesitate in your matam. Do not be tired at this time. There are only a few minutes left of Ashura. Ya Husain!
Ya Husain, 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 Ya Husain.
मातमियों आज तो दुनिया से गफलत रहे, मातमियों आज तो दुनिया से गफलत रहे, करबो बला वालों की आंखों में सूरत रहे, करबो बला वालों की आंखों में सूरत रहे, ऐसा हम मातम करे बाकी ना हसरत रहे, ऐसा हम मातम करे बाकी ना हसरत रहे, बेकसो लाचार बेकसो लाचार करबला की जमीन तपता वो बन हाय हाय, करबला की जमीन तपता वो बन हाय हाय, फातिमा का लुट गया जिसमें चमन हाय हाय, फातिमा का लुट गया जिसमें चमन हाय हाय, पाए नसीबते नबी गोरो कफन हाय हाय, पाए नसीबते नबी गोरो कफन हाय हाय, बेकसो लाचार बेकसो लाचार करबला या हुसैन 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 आगे आगे सुल्तान दी
Azadaran Husain. Husain reaches Karbala on the 2nd of Muharram. At that time, Yazid's army, The numbers are still small. Husain, his companions ask him, Aka, their numbers are small right now. Let us battle them right now. Let us face them in battle right now. Husain Imam says that these are Muslims. They pray the Shahada. I will never start the battle with them. Mumineen, Aka Husain, even in these times, principle, haqq, is the hallmark of the Imam. Mumineen, by the 6th of Muharram, Yazid's army, the numbers grew to thousands. In one narration, there were, by the 6th of Muharram, 20,000 soldiers. By another account, 30,000 soldiers. Mumineen, the 7th of Muharram came. The damn decree from the ruler came that all may drink water, man and woman, animal, halal, haram, everyone may drink. But Husain, his Ahl Bayt and Ashab, from this day onwards, should not take a sip of water.
या हुसैन
या हुसैन
या हुसैन
या हुसैन
हाकिम का हुक्म ये है कि पानी बशर पिए घोड़े पिए सवार पिए और शुतर पिए हैवा पिए चरिंदे पिए जानवर पिए तृष्णा लब जहां में है सब आन कर पिए काफिर तलक पिए तो मना तुम ना कीजियो एक फातिमा के लाल को पानी ना दीजियो एक फातिमा के लाल को पानी ना दीजियो
What heartless people! No human would keep another human thirsty for 3 days. And these are so-called Muslims keeping the grandson of their messenger, Husain Imam, thirsty. Azadaran Husain. The 9th of Muharram came, as you heard in yesterday's majlis. They came preparing to attack Husain. They gave them the last warning. Husain Imam sent Abbas Alamdar to take a relief for one night. They hesitated until they gave one night's relief. Husain Imam, as you heard in yesterday's majlis, spent his last night in this world. Laylat Ashura, the night of Ashura, in worship. He gathered his Ahl Bayt and Ashab, said, I have not seen such loyal, faithful Ahl Bayt, Ashab as you. Husain says, the night is dark. I ask you to take my little children with you and leave. These enemies of Islam are thirsty for my blood. All the Ashab, Ahl Bayt, in one voice say, if we leave you, what face will we show Rasulullah on the day of judgment? One of them says, I will fight with my sword, with my spear. If I have nothing else, I will fight with stones. Zuhair bin Qayn says, if I sacrifice my life 1,000 times, that is not sufficient, Aqā. We will never leave you. Husain Imam spends the night in worship. Praise these abyad that you heard. Ya darufin laka min khalili, kam laka fil ishraqi wal asili. Oh time, oh fate. So many you capture every day, every night. Zainab alayhi salam hears these verses, comes to Husain and says, Aqā, what are you saying? Today Rasulullah has passed away. Today Fatima has passed away. Today Ali was killed. Today Hassan was poisoned. You were there. Everyone was there. Simal al-Baqin, Khalifat al-Madin, successor of those past, refuge of those present. What are you saying? I wish I had died before this day. Zainab says these words and collapses unconscious. Hussein, thirsty, there is no water. The water of his eyes flows. He sprinkles it on Zainab, asks her to maintain sabr. Remember the sabr of Fatima. Sits her beside Zainul Abidin. The whole night, Hussein, his elevate ashab. Pray to the Almighty, seek forgiveness for our transgressions. Mumineen, until the day of Ashura, the 10th of Muharram. It is said that that fateful day, when the sun rose from the east, Rasulullah's household, his family were safe. They were all alive. That same sun did not set on the 10th of Muharram, but in one household. Mumineen, if there is one janazah in a household, there is grief, there is sorrow. In Ashura, in Karbala, in the household of Rasulullah, there are 18 janazahs by Maghrib. Ya Hussein!
Ya Husain!
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 शीर को गले से लगाया मगर न रोए, तलवार से मजार बनाया मगर न रोए, लाशा जवा करने से उठाया मगर न रोए, ये सब्र था के घर को लुटाया मगर न रोए, दस्ते सिता में लुट गया सारा चमन हुसैन। या हुसैन दिशना दहन हुसैन, गरीबुल वतन हुसैन।
Hussein alayhi salam establishes his hujjat, his righteousness, his rightfulness. He goes amongst the hostile Yazidi army, carrying the Quran Majid, riding on his horse. He offers praise and hamd and shukr, praise and thanks to the Almighty, praise salawat, delivers an oration that no one has delivered such an oration before, placing the Quran Majid on his Ras Mubarak. Husain Imam says, addressing the Yazidi army, how is it that you have legitimized the shedding of my blood? How is my blood halal? When I pray the Shahada, La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah. Mumineen, Husain Imam addresses them and says that these are your letters, the letters of the people of Kufa. You have asked me to come here, which is why I have come. If you do not wish me to be here, let me be. Allah's lands are vast. Do you not know what Rasulullah has said about me and my brother Hassan? Al-Hassan al-Husain Sayyida Shabab Ahlil Jannah. Hassan and Husain are masters of the youth of Jannat. Rasulullah's ashab, those who were alive when Rasulullah was alive, they are still alive, many of them. Ask them. They will tell you what Rasulullah has said about us. If you say, where are we to ask them today? Then I tell you this. He addresses the Yazidi army and says this: if you take a lantern, go across the world, searching, you will not find the grandson of Muhammad but me. Know this, Mumineen, this is Husain's last hujjat, last argument. When an Imam does hujjat, at least one person will answer. Hur alayhi salam is in Yazid's army, listens to Husain Imam, answers his call and comes to Husain, begs his forgiveness, asks him that, Mullah, I had earlier stopped you. Now allow me to sacrifice my life for you. He first argues with the Yazidi army. Husain Imam says that I will not let you go first because I do not, again, Husain says, I do not wish to start battle. Mumineen, as Husain Imam is with Hur, arrows started coming in from the Yazidi army. Husain Imam granted permission to Hur. Hur alayhi salam battled the Yazidi army, killed many of them until he fell in battle. May Allah's salawat, may Allah's rahmat shower upon Hur. May Allah curse his cursed killers.
कहो हुर ऊपर सब रहमतुल्लाह, कहो कातिल पे उनके लानतुल्लाह.
Mumineen, one after the other. Husain Imam's ashab, I will take some of their names. Wahab bin Habab, Muslim bin Usaja, Habib bin Mazahir, Umar bin Arfata, June, the Muazzin, the one who declares the azan, Saeed bin Abdullah, Zuhair bin Qain, one young man, many of them, one after the other, go and battle for Husain until they fall in Karbala, slain in Karbala. May Allah Ta'ala shower with His rahmat the ashab of Husain. May Allah Ta'ala pray lanat on the cursed people who killed those ashab.
कहो अस्हाब पर सब रहमतुल्लाह, कहो कातिल पे उनके लानतुल्लाह.
Darani Husain. Now Husain's Ahle Bayt, they are saying, I will go first, I will go first. Banu Aqil, the sons of Aqil, they come and say, Aqa, now it is our turn to sacrifice our lives. They go battle and are slain in battle. May Allah's rahmat shower upon the sons of Aqil. May Allah's lanat curse their killers.
कहो बनु अकील पर सब रहमतुल्लाह, कहो कातिल पे उनके लानतुल्लाह.
Sons On and Muhammad come and seek permission from Aqa Hussain for battle. Hussain Imam refuses to give permission. On Muhammad, you are your mother Zainab's only two children. How can I give permission? They come back to Zainab that Hussain is not giving permission. Zainab brings them, says, I will get you the permission. Zainab comes to Hussain, asks Aqa Hussain, if I were a man, were you not allow me to sacrifice my life for you? Do not deny me this honor. Hussain grants permission to On and Muhammad. On and Muhammad are slain in battle. May Allah's rahmat shower On and Muhammad. May Allah's lanat curse their killers.
कहो मोहम्मद ऊपर सब रहमतुल्लाह, कहो कातिल पे उनके लानतुल्लाह. कहती थी ज़ैनब क्यों न पुकारो, कहती थी ज़ैनब क्यों न पुकारो. ऐ मेरे दिल बर औन मोहम्मद, आओ मैं भाई पे सदके उतारूं, आओ मैं भाई पे सदके उतारूं. ऐ मेरे दिल बर औन मोहम्मद, प्यासे हो पी लो जामे शहादत, प्यासे हो पी लो.
Hasan Imam's son Qasim seeks raza of Aqa Hussain, battles many, kills many until he is slain. He calls on Hussain. Hussain Imam picks Qasim's body, slain body, brings it to the campsite. May Allah's rahmat shower Qasim. May Allah's lanat curse his killers.
कहो कासिम ऊपर सब रहमतुल्लाह, कहो कातिल पे उनके लानतुल्लाह.
Darani Hussain. Hasan Imam's other son Abdullah now comes and seeks raza, seeks permission for battle. Hussain Imam says, Hasan's last sign, Qasim has just been slain. How can I let you go? Abdullah retreats to his camp, is crying. And Muhammad went to Zainab, I have no one to go to. Then he remembers that in his last breaths, Hassan Imam had given me a note, a chit, that opened this in the most difficult of times. What more difficult time can there be? Abdullah opens the chit. In it is written, Beta Abdullah, my beloved son Abdullah. Hassan Imam writes this, my beloved son Abdullah. Sacrifice your life on your beloved uncle Husain, on your noble uncle Husain. Abdullah happily comes to Husain, shows the note. Husain Imam, seeing Hassan's handwriting, his tears start to flow. And he says, Beta, my beloved son, I also remember a wasiyat, a wish that Hassan Imam had expressed to me, that you and my daughter Sakina should be married. These are the last few hours, but I will fulfill my brother Hassan's wish. He calls Zainab and Kulsum that I am going to solemnize a nikah marriage in Karbala. Prepare Sakina, prepare the groom Abdullah. Hussain, solemnize Abdullah and Sakina's nikah. Sakina and Abdullah sat in a tent alone for a few minutes, speaking to each other. A few minutes did not pass, but a voice was heard from the enemy camp. Are there no men left amongst you? Abdullah was holding Sakina's hand. He let go of it, started walking out. Sakina asks Abdullah, where are you going? Abdullah says, Sakina, I am going to fight and die for your father. Sakina asks, where will I see you now? Abdullah says, Inshallah, we will see each other in Jannat. Abdullah is riding fast now to battle. Hussain sees Abdullah going. His clothes of marriage are there. Hussain takes them off, makes them like a kafan, like a shroud, and says, Beta Sidaro, now go. Abdullah. The word about the marriage spreads in the enemy camp. They say mockingly, the newlywed groom has come. Dula, ya, Dula ne maro, kill the groom, kill the groom. Abdullah.
अब्दुल्लाह की शादी है, मेहंदी है ना शरबत है, मेहंदी है ना शरबत है। अब्दुल्लाह की शादी है, मेहंदी है ना शरबत है, मेहंदी है ना शरबत है। छोड़ के हाथ सकीना का दुलारन में आया है, दुलारन में आया। दूल्हा 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 दूल्हा।
Now who comes forward? Hussain had given the standard, the flag, to his brother Abbas. The lion of Ali, Abbas. Abbas now comes to Hussain, submits to Hussain, Aka, let me now go. Bring some water. Abbas is not letting Abbas go. In the meantime, Sakina, Hussein's daughter, comes carrying a water bag, says to Abbas, Kakaji Sahib, Abbas, my beloved uncle Abbas, you are here, and Sakina and all of us are thirsty. Hussain gave raza to Abbas, his tears flowing. Abbas mounted his horse, urged it to run towards the river bank of the Euphrates. Abbas reached the river, filled the water bag with water, did not take a sip of water himself, got back on the horse. The Yazidi army hid behind the date palms. No one could face Abbas. As Abbas rushed towards the campsite, one enemy, one hostile, cursed enemy, struck Abbas's right hand with his sword and cut it. Abbas took the water bag in his left hand, Azadaran Abbas. A hostile, cursed enemy struck Abbas his left hand with his sword and cut it. Abbas took the water bag in his mouth, held it with his mouth, urged the horse, chalo, chalo. Let us get to the campsite. His only intention to deliver the water. I may not survive, but as my last act, at least I will deliver water to Sakina. One hostile, cursed enemy. It struck an arrow to the water bag. It hit Abbas. Abbas fell to the ground. The precious water spilled on the parched plains of Karbala. Abbas called Husain. Husain rushed there, only to see that Abbas is without hands on the floor, on the ground. Husain held his back. Abbas shahadat broke Husain's back. Ya Abbas!
Ya Syedi!
Ya boss!
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 ताकत कमर की हो गई जाइल हुसैन की जबेरिया रगड़ के आलमदार मर गया जबेरिया रगड़ के आलमदार मर गया दरिया पे शोर है के आलमदार मर गया दरिया पे शोर है के आलमदार मर गया एक शोर है के लूट लो बेकस हुसैन को अब किसका डर है फौज का सरदार मर गया अब किसका डर है फौज का सरदार मर गया दरिया पे शोर है के आलमदार मर गया दरिया पे शोर है या सैयदी या बस 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 या
Azadaran Abbas. After Abbas, Abbas was the flag bearer. Husain alayhi salam gave the standard, the nishan, the flag to his son Ali Akbar, young son Ali Akbar. Ali Akbar gratefully took the standard, but then very soon after came and submitted to Husain. Aqa, I am ever thankful that you have given me this honor of being your flag bearer. But now I am the only person standing under it. Allow me now to battle, to sacrifice myself. Husain Imam says, Beta, Ali, you are the spitting image of Rasulullah. We see you and remember Rasulullah. Your name is Ali. We call out to you and remember my father Ali. Ali Akbar says, I beseech you, by their virtue, by the virtue of Muhammad and Ali, do not deny me this honor. Husain Imam, thirsty for 3 days, but the water of tears flowing. Ali Akbar came in the midst of the Yazidi army, recited these verses. Ana Ali ibn al-Husayn ibn Ali, nahnu wa baytillahi awla bin nabi, adribukum bis-sayf ahmi an nabi, tallahi la yahkumu fina ibn ad-da'i. أنا علي بن الحسين بن علي نحن وبيت الله أولى بالنبي أضربكم بالسيف أحامي يا أبي تالله لا يحكم فينا ابن الدعي. Says some of them gave safe conduct to Ali, that you are our relative. Ali Akbar says that I do not want your safety. I am Ali, he says in verse, I am Ali, son of Husain, son of Ali. We are more worthy of the Nabi. I will strike you with my sword. Protect my father, Husain. Ibn al-Da'i, Yazid will never rule amongst us. Ali Akbar starts battling the Yazidi army. In some time, the thirst, he feels thirst. He comes back to Aqa Hussain, shows his dry, parched tongue, and says, Al-Atash, Al-Atash, thirst, thirst. I am dying of thirst. It is unbearable. Hussain, Ali Akbar is asking for water. Hussain, a father, a son is asking for water, and a father cannot give. Hussain says, Beta, my beloved son, come. Take my parched tongue, draw from it. You will no longer feel thirsty. Hussain takes off Rasulullah's ring from his finger. Ali Akbar, thirsty for spiritual ranks. Ali Hussain puts Rasulullah's ring and elevates him in high ranks. Ali Akbar, Mumineen, comes in front of the Yazidi army, continues to battle until one la'i, one cursed hostile, takes a spear and hits it into Ali Akbar's chest. Ali Akbar falls to the ground, calls Hussain. Hussain rushes to Ali Akbar, sees him lying on the ground in Karbala, takes Ali Akbar's head in his lap, says, Beta Ali, my beloved son Ali, what do you see? Ali Akbar says, I see our grandfather Rasulullah. I see our father Ali, Ma Fatima, Kakaji Sahib, beloved, my noble uncle Hassan. They are all here. They are from Jannah telling me, come, come. Oh, thirsty son of ours, come, drink from the fountain of Kauthar. Hussain Imam says to Ali Akbar, Beta, give these Panjatan my salam and tell them that your Hussain is also coming to join you very soon. Hussain Imam says, Alad dunya ba'dakal afa. Ali Akbar, dunya par tamara pachi dhool che. This world after you is only dust to me. Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali,
Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali,
बरछी का खाए हुए सोते हो जमीन पर ए लाल कलेजे को मैं किस तरह संभालूं ए लाल कलेजे को मैं किस तरह संभालूं परवान चला लूं कोई अरमान निकालूं परवान चला लूं कोई अरमान निकालूं शायद यूं ही थम जाए लहू जख्म जिगर का उठो अली अकबर में कलेजे से लगा लूं उठो अली अकबर में कलेजे से लगा लूं परवान चढ़ा लूं कोई अरमान निकालूं अली अली
Hussain. Now the last warrior of Hussain. Zainab comes with Hussein's infant son, 6-month-old Ali Asghar. Says that the enemies, the Yazidi army, may deny us water. Will their hearts be so hard that they will not give water to Ali Asghar? Hussain Imam knows what is going to happen. But the burden of debt has to be repaid. Salvation for us has to be assured. Hussain brings Ali Asghar in the midst of the Yazidi army, raises him high, the radiant son of the Imamat, and the Jupiter of Qiyamah shining. Mumineen, Hussain Imam says, does any one of you have children? Someone who gives water to my son, I guarantee Jannat. Azadarani Hussain. No one gave water. No one gave water to Ali Asghar. But Hurmala aimed his arrow to Ali Asghar's throat. The arrow came and pierced Ali's throat. Fountains of blood came out. Ali Asghar is in Husain's hands. What do you ask of a father whose 6-month-old son dies in his hands? Hussain takes Ali Asghar's blood, throws into the air. In the heavens, not a drop falls down. Hussain says, this is the high station of my son Ali Asghar. He digs a grave in Karbala, buries his son, Mumineen, Azadaran Hussain, Ya Ali!
Ya Ali, 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 Ya Ali,
मैं वो झूलने वाला नाना मुजाहिद हाय सिताम, नाना मुजाहिद हाय सिताम, झूले में वो झूलने वाला नाना मुजाहिद हाय सिताम, नाना मुजाहिद हाय सिताम, हाय उसे भी एक जालिम ने तीर लगा कर मारा है, तीर लगा कर मारा है। याली 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 याली
Hussain had gone out of the khema with Ali Asghar. When he returned without Ali Asghar, what do you think his mother felt in her heart? Hussain bid farewell now to his Ahlul his haram. He appointed Zainul Abidin as the Imam of the Ummah, entrusted him with the dawah. Hussain now wishes to go to battle. There is no one to hold the reins. Zainab comes and holds the reins as Hussain mounts his ride. Hussain, Sayyidu Shuhada, the son of Haydar Karrar, has Zulfiqar in his hands. He goes alone in the Yazidi army, strikes this side, that side, until that fateful moment, Jibrail descends from the heavens, conveys Allah's salam. Hussain asked Jibrail, what message have you come with? Jibrail, his eyes also shedding tears, says that Allah's will, Allah's wish is that you now you seek shahadat martyrdom. Hussain sheathes his sulfiqar, his sword. His horse lowers its legs. Hussain gets down in the burning, scorching heat of Karbala. Hussain sits with his back to a palm tree. The Yazidi army sees that Hussain has now sheathed his sword. They gather around him. Hussain sitting alone, raining upon him swords, spears, arrows, stones. Ya Hussain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain, 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 Ya Husain.
माँ बैठने दे मकीना जिस जिस्म के ऊपर उस जिस्म पे हो तीरों की बौछार हुसैना, उस जिस्म पे हो तीरों की बौछार हुसैना, लाचार हुसैना बेयार
Ya Husain,
या हुसैन
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 Ya Husain, 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 Ya Husain.
Until line shimmer, the first shimmer comes to Hussain, strikes Hussein's heavenly body with his feet. Hussain lays on the scorching earth of Karbala, Lain Shimar. This is Husain. This is Quran and Atiq. The speaking Quran. He sits on Husain's chest, grabs his beard with his blunt sword, strikes Husain's throat, Hulqum 12 times. Husain remembers Rasulullah wa Muhammadan. Husain calls Ali, Ali. Husain calls his mother Fatima wa Fatima. Come to my aid, Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Ya Husain. Lain Shimar finishes the 12 strikes. Husain says, this is where Rasulullah kissed me, my throat. Your blunt sword won't work here. I will now prostrate in sajda. Mumineen, Mumineen, Tajadaran Husain. This is the day of Ashura. This is the moment of Qiyamah. Husain prostrates in sajda, symbolizes in his succession one Imam after an Imam. Does dua, symbolizes in their seclusion dua, and does dua for us Mumineen. Husain's last sajda in Ashura, he is remembering each one of us. We are Mumin today because of him. Inshallah, our children Mumin, Mumin, Mumin. Husain is in sajda. Husain is in dua. Lain Shimar severs Husain's Rasul Mubarak, his head from his body. Ya Husain!
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 Ya
Ya Husain!
Husain!
Ya 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 Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain! Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Husain!
Ya Ali!
Ya Ali!
Ya Ali!
Ya Ali!
Ya Ali!
Ya Abbas,
Ya Syedi Abbas,
Ya Abul Fazil 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 Abbas.
Dula,
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 Dula.
Hassan Husain,
Imam Husain,
Hassan Husain,
Imam Husain,
Hassan Husain,
Imam Husain.
Ya Ali Mawla,
Haydar Mawla,
Ya Ali Mawla,
Haydar Mawla,
Ya Ali Mawla,
Haydar Mawla.
Qutbul Huda,
الشهيد
Qutbul Huda,
الشهيد
Qutbul Huda,
الشهيد
Ya Husain,
يا حسين
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 Ya Husain,
يا حسين